Great show. Nice day.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Haven't been here for 30 years, believe it or not. Came back out, we'll walk down memory lane.
What are we looking at here?
Originally a 49 Chevy, but hardly customized, as you can see. My uncle actually did this back in '62, finished it. We freshened her up about 10 years ago.
Right.
She's all in the back. Get that butt. You'll like it.
Great. Good and a nice honor to have this.
Well, that hard work paid off, huh?
Yes, it did.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
afternoon. This is Tony Kazaza from Mamaroneck at the Harbor Island Car Show, Mamaroneck, New York. It was a great day, a great turnout. I've been coming here for 40-something years. I've got one of my restored gas pumps here, and I've got my 57 Bel Air Chevy convertible that I've had for 39 years. Restored it myself. Matching number car. Done a lot of events with this car, and glad to be here. Great day, beautiful out here. So many people that I haven't seen in years, and always a great turnout by the water. Can't ask for a better location. So just want to thank everyone for coming out today. It was an awesome time. Glad to have the car here and be a part of this great event every year for the last 47 years, I think. Coming up to 50. So
what's your favorite part about the day?
Just hanging out with everybody, seeing old friends that I hadn't seen in a while, and it's just a great day. Especially when the weather's great like this, you can't beat it.
And you restored the car yourself completely, right?
I restored the car completely. It's a matching number car, original motor, transmission, everything. And I've done weddings for people, I've done events. Doing another wedding this Sunday, actually.
And how many, just give me an estimate, how many man hours would you say you put into the car?
I have no clue. All I know is it's a labor of love. You gotta love it. Doesn't matter about the time. It's the end result what counts. And having people come over and they love it. It's just something, it's like in my blood. My father was a painter for Cadillac, and so I learned when I was young how to paint. So I've been doing it for a long time. This is a 1950s, it's a Erie pump, 1950s pump, restored. I have a bunch of these as well. I repainted this myself, and they've been asking me to bring it to the show, so I said, sure, I can bring it. I thought it was a nice effect.
Where do you get a pump like that?
Now you can look online, but back then, I've got these before the internet, so I just used to drive around and word of mouth, or you would see in the paper, for sale, antiques, things like that. I've had them a long time, so it was a great day when bringing them. This was actually, people were telling me I should have got an award for the gas pump itself.
Big time.
Nobody wants any trophies, right? You all want to go home now? Or you want to see who wins the trophies? Oh, you guys really want me to announce the trophies? Okay, folks. Our first trophy winner goes to Ron Beltry with his 1966 Chevelle. Ronnie Beltry, come on up, buddy. The next award goes to Joe Fusco with a 1940 Willys two-door sedan in red. Beautiful car, I saw it earlier today. Joe Fusco, come on up, buddy. The next winner is Louis Caddy with a 1930 Ford Model A in maroon. Lou Caddy, you live on Linden Avenue, I live on Linden Street. Mike Camparelli with a 57 Chevy Bel Air, turquoise Bel Air. Congratulations. Eileen Frazier with a 1931 Ford A in maroon. John Segreto with a 1948 Ford, wine-colored Ford. It's a pickup truck. They're calling him an old man, but he's going to run up to this stage and pick up his trophy. Look at the shape this 96-year-old man is. Next winner, Dennis, how do we pronounce his last name? Adinolfi with a 2002 Chevrolet Corvette. Dennis Adinolfi. Come on down. With a 1964 Chevy Corvair, aqua color, Joe Ritchie. Come on down, Joe. With a 1941 Diamond T. If I'm not mistaken, I saw this car at Barrett Jackson selling for a lot of money. And the winning bidder was Gary Ricker.
He's going to take a turn, okay? And then you're next.
The next car is a 1965, my favorite, Chevy Corvette, in red, ugly color. Joseph Lividini Jr. Coming down to pick up your trophy, Joe.
Get me, John? All right.
The next trophy goes to Dan and Ro Frioli for their 1947 Buick. We can't thank Dan enough for all he's contributed to our show. He's been coming here for the last 45 years. He's done a great job. And his wife, Ro, was the one who picked out the best of show today. So let's give a big round of applause to Dan and Ro Frioli, and congratulations to them for their 1947 Buick. Thank you so much for coming. Our next winner with a 1969 Chevrolet, 65 Chevrolet Corvette in red, Harold Von Ahn. Harold Von Ahn, red Corvette.
Thank you.
The next car is a 1932 Ford sedan in black, Pat DiMattino. I'm sorry, Pat DiMattio. Pat DiMattio. So who says we don't get classic cars here? If you notice, a lot of these cars are pre-50s, pre-war cars. Our next car is a 1933 Chevy in blue. It's an Eagle, owned by Donna and David Remanuel. Donna and David Remanuel with a 33 Chevy. Congratulations.
Heard them all the way from here.
We know of Cher, we know of the one-name people, but this guy goes on by one name. He must be very famous, and I'd like to meet you, Rami. Rami just signed this as Rami. He's got a 32 Ford 3-window in yellow. Thank you for coming down, Rami.
My man, can you hold it up?
Can we buy you a last
This is
name?
Rami. That's Rami. Okay.
Rami, I'm sorry, Rami.
Either way, it's fine.
Patty
young man.
Diavenzano with a 2002 Ford Thunderbird in turquoise. Love that car. Congratulations. Our next winner is a 1966 Chevy Chevelle in candy blue, owned by Marco Flores. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Marco Flores, come on down. With a 1958 Chevy Impala, cream color. Kevin Kingsland. Kevin, come on down. One of the prettiest cars here, and it's owned by an amazing father and son team. They own a 1953 Buick Skylark. They poured their heart, soul, mortgage payment, and money into it for the last probably 30 years. Trophy goes to Richard and Craig Fontana. Thank you so much, father and son team. Thank you very, very much, guys. Next trophy goes for a 67 Chevy Corvette in maroon, John McLaughlin. John came down here with a gentleman who built a 66 Corvette that I own that won the 1968 Coliseum Car Show. And they were together, and I think he did some work on that 67 Corvette. Thank you so much for coming down here. You can tell we've been friends for a long time. The next trophy goes to a 1940 Ford pickup in maroon. Anthony Trapicchio. Anthony, come on down and pick up your trophy. Next trophy goes to someone from Pearl River. Thank you for coming all the way down. With a 55 Chevy 210 in red and white. Nancy Mastantiono from Italian. I can't even pronounce an Italian name. I apologize. The next car is a 1963 Chevy Corvette in red. It's owned by Butch Pagano. Come on down, Butch. Beautiful car. Owned by Pele Gaglione. Pele Gaglione. Come on down. Next car is a 1963 Buick Riviera in black Riviera. Owned by Vincenzo Tomasetti, a nice Jewish guy. Vincenzo Tomasetti.
Thank you.
Take care. Got another nice Jewish guy. Mario Fiorello is a 1936 Buick. Next car is a 1953 Ford Sunliner in yellow, owned by Peter DeSalvio. Peter DeSalvio. Congratulations, Peter. Next car is probably one of the nicest cars that's here today. And it's probably been coming here for the last 46 years. It's owned by Tony Casaza and Joe Angeletti. And it's a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air white convertible. If you haven't seen the car, go over and take a look at it. And while you're looking, look at the gas pump you brought down. Two nice pieces for you to look at. Tony Toyota, thank you very much. The next trophy goes to Anthony Martello with his 1979 Pontiac Trans Am in black. The next trophy goes to a car that the gentleman worked 18 hours in polishing this car. He brought this car to a mirror finish. No, it was not an imperfection in this 1962 Chevy Impala SS that's parked right here next to the stage. That car, the trophy's being presented to Louis Manganello, and he spent the last 18 hours polishing this car. Congratulations, Lou, you did a great job on the car. You can polish mine next. The next car is owned by Chris Borelli. Chaz Borelli. It's a 1969 Dodge Dart. I went to school with Chaz. He was a young drummer when I knew him. Now he's an old man. I don't know what happened to him. Chaz Borelli and his green 440. Congratulations, Chaz.
Here comes Chaz.
Hey, Chaz. Why don't you call me Irving?
The next winner, with a 1958 Buick Roadmaster, Anthony Gizzo. Anthony Gizzo, come on down. Another person who's been coming to the show for at least 10 years. Thank you for your support, Anthony.
You're welcome. Thank you.
The next winner, with a 66 Chevy Corvette in white, Anthony Gisanti. Anthony Gisanti. Congratulations. We've got a lot of Corvettes here today, folks. And you won't believe this, but the next trophy is going to go to another Corvette. This is a C6 06 Corvette in red, owned by George Kiriakou. Georgie, come on down and get your trophy, please. And we got another Corvette, a 1965 fuel-injected blue Corvette, owned by the bread man, the bread man himself, Charles Nicosia. Congratulations, Charles. It's a beautiful car. I don't know if anybody looked at it, but that's got original fuel injection. That's a valuable car. The next trophy goes to a 1978 MG in brown, owned by Mark Staple. The next trophy goes to our singer, Tony C., who's driving a 1999 Ford Mustang. Tony Ceruzzi. Come on down, Tony.
My name is Anthony Trapicchio, and I'm at the Mamaroneck Car Show. I'm very happy. My truck won a trophy. It's a 1940 Ford pickup. It took about 6 years to build. It looks pretty good. It's a lot of fun to drive, and everyone seemed to like it today.
The next trophy goes to a 65 Ford Thunderbird Special Edition. Ember Glow in color. Robert Bardenaro. Robert Bardenaro. The next winner is a Tiffany. Tom Tiffany with a 1968 Pontiac GTO in green. Come on down. Our next winner is a 1970 Buick Skylark in red, owned by Paul Maiello. Paul Maiello. Walter Zielinski. Walter Zielinski. Next year is a 69 Ford Mustang in red, owned by Rob.
Yeah, on behalf of the club, I want to thank you very
Last but not least, 67 blue Camaro goes to Steve Polanka. Steve Polanka.
Thank you guys. Have a good
David
one.
Lee Roth one?
What's that?
Is this owned by David Lee Roth?
Yes.
Okay, I remember from last year. Okay.
Yeah, David Lee Roth.
You might probably don't want to put a black light in here.
Thank you again.
Thank you, brother. Have a good day. got it. What's up?
Hello, my name is Edison. I own this 1949 4F1 pickup. I did the paint job and restoration myself. It's got a flathead V8 in it. I did upgrade the transmission to a 5-speed. It used to be a 3-speed. And as you can see, the restoration took me about 3 years to do on it. And when I first bought the truck, it was green, hunter green. I found out that it was originally red, so I decided to paint it red. And it took, like I said, it took me about 2 years to do so far. And I'm enjoying myself a lot in the car show. Every year I come here to the Mamaroneck Car Show. It's a great show. It's a family show. It's very, very, very enjoyable, this show. And I have a lot of fun with doing this. It's something great, you know.
And how long have you owned the car for?
I own the car for 4 years now. I bought it here, as a matter of fact, in the Mamaroneck Car Show. And the engine was seized. I unseized the engine. And I took it from there. And I love it. This has always been one of my dream cars to have. So it's great.
And just a rough estimate, how many man hours would you say you put into the car to restore it?
That's tough. That's tough to say. A lot of man hours I put into this truck.
So it's a labor of love.
It's a labor of love. Yes, it is.
Okay. And what is your favorite part of the Kiwanis Car Show?
There's not one favorite part. The whole thing. I love coming here to do this show. From everything, from the beginning to end.
There you go. You multitasking, huh? You have a good time today?
Absolutely. What a wonderful day.
All right, my man.
The trophy don't hurt.